Welcome to this series where we are playing the War and Industry update for Reforged Eden. In this part I want to do two things. I want to visit the UCH research ship and get rid of the schematics and also hand in the data pad that we found. And then we're going to be working some more on the ship. And the reason for that is that the ship's a bit underpowered. Well, it's not anymore because I've not already done some work, but I'll give you an update after we visited the UCH research vessel. Now, before that, as usual, a big thank you for all your comments and feedback. You guys have given me a lot to think about. And I did get a comment about the, well, I quite often get comments as people say, oh, you missed that gold resource or that mining resource. And I'll be completely upfront, guys. I tend to restrict any mining that I actually do on camera to either demonstrating, like if we got some new mining drills or something like that, or it's a resource that I definitely need to be able to move forward. For that, there's two reasons for doing this. The first one, obviously, is that if I did a whole series where we just kept stopping and mining, it would be pretty boring. And the second one is that I do have metacarpal problems in my right hand. So holding down the left mouse button to mine has a prolonged effect, and eventually it gets so painful then I've got to stop recording. So what I try and do is remember where resources are. So I still want you to point out any resources that you may think I may not have picked up on. And what I do is I go back and mine off camera, often in short sessions. I've also got a kind of a slightly unorthodox technique that what I do is when I get to a mining location, especially now I've got an SV with laser miners on it, I've got some decorators masking tape, and what I do is I actually use the tape to mask down the left mouse button so that it's on all the time, so I don't have to hold it down, and that actually saves my fingers a little bit. So so that's the reason why I don't do a lot of mining or stuff on camera, because say it is a bit of a medical problem. Now, the other thing I want to talk about before we go to the research vessel is there's been a small update for Reforged Eden. I want to emphasize that it's Reforged Eden, not the base game. And I think it's part of the preparation for a bigger release to come in the future. And while there's nothing major or game breaking in it, one thing I did notice, and I must admit, it's something I haven't done much with. If I come into, well, we go into here, go to input, what there was is a comment saying that if you use, if I can find them, the scanning station, science station, I think it's the geothermal power plant, I think that's to do with the base, that you can't have these in the blueprints anymore in the workshop. So if you've got a ship or a ship you want to use that's got these in the workshop, they've got to be removed and changed and updated. It's something, I don't know the reason why, but there was a warning on that update that these are no longer valid components to have in the workshop, and they can be broken. So if you're into building advanced ships or using advanced ships, that's something you do need to be aware of. So I think I've covered that bit mainly there. So what I'm going to do now is go out the top of the ship, because we are actually right alongside the UCH research ship. This is the reason why I found out that the ship was a little bit underpowered. And by underpowered, I mean the forward thrust was down to 52 meters per second, which isn't particularly very good. The other thing I've also show you while we're actually here is that the glazing in this area has now been swapped out for some heavy armored blocks, so it's doubled the hit points on this top glazing. The only little problem I've got at the moment is that I want to put some angled blocks in there, and it's similar to the one in there, but at the moment I can't find it. So I need to finish it off just a little bit there, but there's quite a few things that need to be finished off. Anyway, just first we're going to get into here. I'm just going to do the schematics and the thing. I think what we might be able to do, in fact this would be a good intro to what I'm going to be doing, is I think we can get some more grain and veggie or fruit from down here, because I was looking at my farming And what I want to do is put one of these quite large hydroponics type plants in the ship, but only for the pentaxid. Because one thing I have done is, I'll tell you why we're doing this, is that because I'm going to be hacking the ship around quite a lot, I've actually picked up all my plants, and I thought it'd be a good opportunity to put in one of those units. Plus the fact is I've never really used them very much, and I'm kind of going a little bit into, we could say, experimental mode at the moment, looking at features which I've hardly ever used, so that I can maybe get an understanding of it. Another thing we're going to be looking at as soon as I've done the bit in the research ship is solar panels. And again, I'm just going to talk about them as we walk over here. Now, I'm going to be completely upfront. I've never been 100% sure how solar panels on a capital vessel work. Now, I've always been under the impression that the solar panels didn't actually generate power. What they actually did is they reduced the consumption of power. But when I was looking at the, I'll show it to here. Sorry guys, I'm going all over the place. But when I was looking at the solar panels, where are they? We've got to look at the ones on the capital vessel. It's important you look at the right ones as well. That didn't help when I was looking at these. These actually seem to generate a flat 100-watt capability, and it says especially designed solar panel for use on capital vessels. This product is consistent low-level power output for a regular generator instead of a solar capacitor. So I'm not 100% sure if these work the same way as the base solar panels. I think they just produce a flat 100-watt output. Well, that's the impression I got. As I say, I thought originally that all they did was reduce the power output, but I could be wrong on that, guys. Anyway, I'm just going to turn in the data pads. We only got one, but it's very important to actually turn them in, because well, you can see here what that does is give us another 50 unlock points. Now the schematic computer is here. Now before I turn them in, I just want to show you we've got one for alien technology, which is the nanite injectors. We've got this heavy blaster cannon, which I've got absolutely no idea what, for pirate technology, and we've also got the schematic for Appleseed brews. Now if hopefully I'll still be in range of the CB. Yeah, I think if I go in here first, as far as I know, that schematic should open up these drinks down here. Now I'll be honest, I don't really use them, but I just want to open up to see how it goes, and just to show you this. And I think the schematic one should open up all these. So we're just going to go here, and what's it? It was alien technology. We got unlocked nanite injectors back. We got the pirate tech, which is that's 50 unlock points. So some schematics require unlock points. I think it's the civilian there, and we got the Appleseed brew. So, and just to show you now, we come into here. You can see these are now unlocked. We've got a Kua fish here. Body temperature. I don't think I've ever found a Kua fish. Maybe we'll look for those as well. So we got these are now unlocked, and so we only got these ones. Oh, these are the advanced health injectors. So this gives slow health regeneration. Oh, maybe we can look at that. It's interesting that they need platinum plates and silver powder. That's something there. The other thing we can look at is the input. If I put the filter on for the, we need weapons, don't we? Now the question is, this is a heavy blaster cannon. This can only be used in space, unlocked by a schematic, 50,000 CPU. It's got 4,500 hit points. Advanced pass. It doesn't need that much to actually make, is it? It's quite interesting actually. maybe that is an option. But we so that actually needs heavy blaster cannons. So we need these. This That's elemental, pentaxid, promethium, carbon substrate, Sathium plates. Now I've got an issue with Sathium plates and that at the moment because I've been making combat steel blocks, so I'm a bit low on Sathium plates at the moment, so that's another issue. So maybe we will mount those on the ship. I must admit, again, is the actual kind of heavy kind of manual fire weapons on the CV is something that, again, I've never looked that much. Okay, while we're out here, I just want to show you some of the modifications I've done off camera after arriving here. What I've done is this, basically the forward speed of this ship could drop right down to 52 meters per second. So what I've done is I've put another large thruster on the back here. You can see I've started to intrude into this area. Now that we aren't going to be working on this area in this part because I want to work underneath, but I feel that I felt that I needed those extra thrusters. The other thing also is because I've changed this, I've put 2 large thrusters on here. I think we had 1 medium back here, so that we got a little bit more lateral thrust. And the first thing I want to do, in fact I can do it here actually because I've already made the solar panels. So I just want to look at the, I think it's the statistics. So at the moment we're consuming 7.37 kilowatts of power and our output is 60 kilowatts. So what I'm going to do is, I think I've got the, yeah, we got the, I made 10, but I'm not sure I'm going to be able to use all 10. And what I want to do is, we're just going to, I think I can get some here. I need the one that fits really tight to the, and I think I'm going to put one there. Should really put the symmetry plane on, but I think for these we'll be okay just popping them down there. And we'll put another one there. That gives us 6. I can get one on that side. I'm not sure I can get, but need to rotate that into that position. And actually we could probably get another one on the back here. I was going to build this back anyway, so and just tuck that on like that. Did I overlap the thrusters? I don't think it makes that much difference anyway, so no. So if we now got 10, so how much? So we've reduced the consumption to 637, so we've reduced it by 1 kilowatt. So it does, so it seems very much like, yes, it just reduces consumption. It doesn't actually increase output. So maybe both opinions I had were correct in the sense that it doesn't give you more power, but it adds to it reduces your power consumption. So it's almost like the game deducts the output from the solar panels directly and then from what you're actually doing. So if you had a small enough ship and you could, I think you can put 24 solar panels on, so you can get 2.4 kilowatts of power. I mean, obviously we were drawing a lot more power than that, so all right, it's going to make a little bit of difference if nothing else, right? The next thing I want to do before we do anything else is I need to move away from the UCH ship. simply because we're in a little bit of an awkward position here. So, and because I don't want to get an occlusion with the, yep. So we come in here, got the thrusters on. We don't need the shields mode. Actually, Snafu made an interesting suggestion, or placed an interesting comment. He was talking about maybe having a kind of LCD in front of the pilot's cockpit to represent an exterior video screen, and while I think that is a possibility, but might be a long way away, I think it does kind of emphasize the, how can you say, the nature of the way this, how far this game has actually come over time, because simply because the how can you explain it? um, Simply because if you, if you kind of cast your mind back to, well, the early stages of Alpha when I first started playing this game, the graphics were pretty crude, but that is changed quite a lot now since now, and you can see, and it's still evolving over time, because part of the updates from, this is the update from actual Elion, is improving the view of the the type of the textures on the planets, and some of that has now been brought in to Reforged Eden as part of the recent patch. Anyway, I'm digressing again. What you see here is, this is the original grow plot I put down. Now you've got to see this grow plot kind of here. This is where we're going to put the large hydroponics. I think they're right down the bottom here. Now I'm not going to, so what we got is, you get is a hydroponics bay. And if you actually read this, it says an empty hydroponics bay for planting specialized crops. Add sprouts to an advanced constructor, then place them on top of the single grow plot. Requires a single grow lamp placed directly above. So what you've got to do, as far as I can tell, or if I can remember, is that you only need one grow plot, and then you put the other one on top of it. Now, it doesn't have to be in the center, as far as I know, as long as the grow plot was within the range of the specialized one. So if we come back down here, the one I'm interested in is the pentaxid one here, because I always find it a bit kind of tedious picking up the pentaxid ones, simply because they seem to be harder to hit as a target than the other ones. So we're going to unlock that. It's, as I say, it's going to cost us some unlock points. Unlock points is really becomes crucial as you move into the later stages of the game. Now, I did consider plant fiber, but to do that, I'd have to unlock that, which cost me 175 link. Well, it'd be 200 and another 275 unlock points. I don't really want to spend that, so I think that's the reason why I've left this one the same. And fiber plants are really easy to pick up, but I wanted to just put the pentaxid there. Anyway, so that is the current situation. Let me just see. Let me just top up my oxygen, because we're going to be working outside the ship. I've already got an EVA boost on, and we'll just go down here. I better put the jetpack on, and I'll just give you a tour of the underneath of the ship. One thing I have done is I've moved over the thrusters here over one block, and I've extended the containers for the two main stores out a little bit more. The other thing I was thinking about is, how big's my ammunition controller? Let's see, 112,000. I'm just wondering, because I'm gonna bring this up a layer. Right, let me just get set up. Main storage, right. Those have got to go in the input, because to make the basic hydroponics, you actually need grow plots, and therefore you need to put these in as an input. Oh, the other thing also, I didn't mention this. Oh, sorry guys, forgot it. To make these, you need fertilizer, 9 fertilizer. And what I actually did was, is while I was doing some work off camera since the last video, I visited a Polaris habitation plant and actually bought some fertilizer, which is here. And originally I was going to do 2 plots. That's what it's got there. Also, if you actually look on the right hand side, you'll see that I've actually killed 16 Xerax troopers. That is the consequence of the fact that well, they kind of sneaked up on me when I wasn't looking. And my turrets got stuck into them, so we got that off the ground. Anyway, back to what I was doing. Now I don't have a lot of blocks, so because I ran out of safety and plate. So what we're going to have to do, so I've got a bit of a strategy which I will do. I've got some hard, so we've got steel blocks, combat steel. Just get this up, combat steel large. I think that's all the blocks I've got, so we're going to have to be a little bit careful. And as you can see, I've already been kind of working out this area here. And what I want to do is bring the base out in stages. One thing I do need to take out actually is these. These are the landing gears. What I can do is we take these out back to, say, about there. Just occurred to me. As you may guess, I'm kind of making this up on the fly, because I've got some of these. If we kind of put a strip of those down the center, that just fitted perfectly. That should, whoops, come here. That should increase my ammunition controller to 184,000. First thing I want to do is, I think I've mentioned this in a previous video, is I want to kind of extend this out a bit. So I think I've got a steel thing now. These aren't airtight, so we've got to kind of encase this. I want a double length one there. Okay, we're gonna have to take out this block because that's not gonna fit. Okay, we're gonna have to take out you and you. That causes that's gonna cause a problem. We got a ventilator there, and this okay. This I'm gonna put a combat steel block there. We can put 2 combat steel blocks there. Drop those in there as well, like that. And then where's the drop down ramp? Somewhere. Is it that way around? Well, there's one way to find out. And that is to get back into the ship. So we've got to. Should have done it from the inside, shouldn't I? I think we're gonna have to do something with that ventilator. You should have known it was the wrong way around. Okay. So ramp up again. So it's also I'm not. That's it. It's the right way around now. Now the next thing we need to do is make sure we can walk down here. Right, I'm going to take that ventilator out because we don't really want a ventilator on the outside of the. So we can just sneak you out. What we can do is I've got that odd block thing, isn't it? But I've got that there. Drop, put you in there. We could put you there because that can come above. That work? Let's see. Will that close? I think we can do that. And then very quickly, I've got my texture tool. Just trying to create the right effect there. Kind of just make it look a bit more homey. Right. So we've now got that there. I just need to put a ventilator back in while I'm remembering. So the nice thing about ventilators now is you don't have to just use the horrible block, which is another example of how the game is evolving. We can maybe put you up there. You up there, so that would be the ventilator there. And we've got a bit more capacity in there. So we've now got this kind of built back. Now, this is going to be the base of the ship. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use steel blocks. The reason I'm using steel blocks for any area where you can't do that. Strangely enough, it will let us do this. Yeah, the reason I'm using steel blocks is the fact that these I can get to these from the outside and actually upgrade them. Let me just right, but now is symmetry plane time. So we need to get the symmetry plane operational. Symmetry plane, get you there. I think we're going to start. What I'd like to do is do the exterior edge for this first, and then we'll build back in again. So we're going to start again. We're going to use the ordinary steel blocks. I think that's the right way round. Yeah, should be. Not that I don't trust the game, but sort of make sure. Yeah. And then we're gonna come back with a full tilt there. Actually, I think we'll just go with that actually. Like that, and then we can put in this one there. We can come down that far like that. Then we'll put that in there, that in there, that in there. Oh no. No. Yeah, we can put ordinary blocks there. I'm going to remove this one, block there. Because what I'm trying to do at the moment is preserve the texture options. Oh, I'll just put that in there. So that's the way I'm thinking at the moment. We're going to use the combat still there at the moment. Now this is where it could get a bit interesting. We've got to get a block in there that will then match this area here. I think we'll do it this way first and see what shape we get. So nope, that's no good. That's wrong. This is going to be a little bit tricky there, isn't it? Let me just remove that because it's the wrong block. I put it in the wrong way around, didn't I? Okay. Failure number one. So we got to come in here. We can just use the ordinary blocks there. That's it there, isn't it? Yep. So we're going to need to put in. Oops. So I need a block that will fit in. Actually, no, that's wrong as well. I don't like that. Take you out. I think this one, what I'm going to do is deliberately avoid any kind of tricky block type situations for the moment, because I don't want to spend a lot of time sorting things out, if that makes sense. I think what we could do actually is we go to look. I want to go that level. No, actually, still want the block to come in, like that. So we can go back to put you there, put you there, put you there. Oops. Sometimes it's easier to work in. You there. Actually, I think I've got this a bit wrong. So if I put that there, move you. Yeah, I think we might get a better solution that way. This is one thing that you can do. See that? See, that block didn't go in there. I'm not sure why that block didn't. Put that block in there. Put that block in there. That kind of fits in a little bit better. Put a block in there. So that is it. Is it definitely filling in this side? Yeah. So we kind of got a little bit of a platform there. If I put in this one, we just tilt that up. No, it's not going to work, is it? I'm going to have to put a strange exotic block in here from this section. But again, like I said, I'm not going to, I don't want to get bogged down there. That's wrong. That one there is wrong on this corner. I want a bit of a smooth run in here. That's wrong. Yep. Is that one's there? That's fitted in correctly. So that kind of leaves that section there. Like I said, I don't really want to get too bogged down. We're going to need to take out those two bits there. And actually we need to take out that block there, because originally we had a firing platform here, and what I want to do is recreate the firing platform. And I think if we start going back to I mean, the real object of the exercise for this part is to get as the kind of the main shape of the base underneath, and then we can do the details afterwards. I think it's very easy to get a little bit obsessed with the details, and then you kind of get a bit kind of stuck when you start trying to merge in some of the other bits and pieces. And we'll just bring that block back like that. Now we've got to decide on how far out we're gonna go. Because this isn't the actual true base, is it? Okay. Let me just take these out. I think I can use some alien blocks here. Let me just kind of sneak those out like that. We need some landing gear. I think we can put in a layer of alien blocks there and there, because that would be the core of the ship. Back to, we can probably come back another layer there. I want this to be wide enough to take a gun platform, but at the same time I don't want it to be too wide, if that makes sense. I think we can put another layer there. In fact, I think we can come back. I think we just run out of blocks. Alien blocks. Ah, yeah, we got one. No, we got, that's okay. So that's coming back from there to there. We need to cover this area with things. So I think we're put in, let's do that. We need then to put in the landing gear. Get that. Get that. Oops, what's that? You're there. Got some combat still. Yeah, we don't have that much in the way of blocks. That's the problem. I think. I mean, originally I had single pedestal. Maybe we go for doubles. What's the hit points? 945. But that's. Well. When I could put that there and just have a single landing point. That would make landing a little bit easier. I think what we'll do is we'll have a single landing point, and then just drop combat deal there. Actually, maybe rather than have a single central turret, we can have a what we call it. We got a small platform there that can come up there. Yeah, I think if we get a thickness in here of solid blocks, that means if, say, for example, we do want to put a forward-mounted weapons in, we can just tunnel in and do it. So if I kind of fill this area in like that, no, maybe not quite that far back. I'll put you just there. Kind of feel the need to kind of I think that alien block is really in the wrong place. Take you out. Take you out. We can put in a combat steel block there. So that, right, we need, actually, I'm just looking at this. We've got a little bit of an angled path here. So if I take away you and you, and we'll just remove that, and we're going to replace you with a combat steel block, just in case I need to texture. I'm starting to think that put you there. We come across like as a single unit here. Say for example, come out like that here. Then something like that. That will bring me to full depth. That will kind of create a break in the texture there. And then it means that what I can do then is put you there. And for the front part of the ship, we can break away quicker. Actually, no. That's another idea. If I take away you there, we put this, if I can work out. I don't want that steep slope because this is already quite thick. So I'd like this to kind of break away. Actually, pull you back one more. Like that. And then, okay, we'll just go to there. If I put in, oh yeah, if we do, that will come, let me just see, we go 1, 2, 3 like that. I can take out that alien block there, that alien block there, that alien block there. Take you out like that. And we can replace you with combat steel. So we can put you in there, you in there, you in there. Take out you. Like that. Yeah, I'm liking that because then we can break out this way around the thruster there. So if I come in here, put you there, you can come there. And tuck in a combat steel block just there, just make sure that is, yep, it's filling in quite nicely. Then we can break out here with something like that, and then around the corner there with something like that. We still got that bit there. We could come out like that. That would give us a break, say for example like that. That would give us the depth for that. We can put, is that, not sure, that's, sometimes it can be difficult to see. We need to flip the block over. Drop that block in there. And then you can just put that there. This is simple as always the best sometimes. We're just going to come there. I'm aware like that. Say 2 blocks. Because then I could, that kind of gives the ship that kind of shape. And then we can lift this, actually I could lift these thrusters up one. And then again, having them embedded like that, we could create a thruster platform there, and then this can come back shallower. So we may need to take out these alien blocks so I can texture as well. Actually, that's true. We're gonna have to come out a lot wider here because these are my grow plots. Okay, we're gonna work on this side. We're gonna turn you around like that. Yeah, you're gonna have to come out a little bit wider, a lot wider actually. So yeah, you're gonna have to come out in a series of steps. So yeah, I've forgotten about the fact that we've got grow plots underneath here. So what we may have to do is come out to a wider section here. Let me just see. So that can come there. Let me just see on this side. Yeah, what we could do is then, oops, don't want a weapon game. I'm not in combat at the moment. What we could, whoops, we could come back like that actually to about, say about there. Then we can, what I'd like to do is kind of connect to here. So if we put you in there, you in there, then we can come forward one. That's, oh no, it would work. And we would need you there and you in there like that. So what that should do is that connected up. Just check the symmetry. Right. And then I can just, we've got plenty of combat pistol blocks, so why am I preserving them? We can then run combat steel blocks there. Once we use them up. Combat steel in there. I mean, I can always sculpt this back again. See how we doing. Yep. These are going to be buried, so I would like that. So that kind of comes up this way. We're going to have to lift our turrets up a bit. And of course, we're going to have to work on the back of the ship as well. So we've kind of got that bit there. We'll worry about these little details later on once we've got the main concept worked out. This seems very chunky to me. I'm not that happy with that. Let me just... I think I'd like... Actually, we could do that. So, say for argument's sake, we go back to the original plan and put that there. Put you there. That kind of gives the ship a shallower type kind of entry type thing. I think what I would like to do is I'm trying to think. Let me just see. Would that work? We're now very deep into experimental territory now. Yeah, I like that. And we need to eat some food. Food and meds. Oops. Pressing the wrong key. Still pressing the wrong key. I think if we put in... go back to ordinary blocks. Is it? I think this is what I'm looking for, isn't it? Put it on that side. Yeah. So we've now got back to about here. We're gonna have to remove these, some of these alien blocks. I think if we actually, yeah, I can come back to there. I want this space to be as open as possible. No, because turrets are like 360-degree fields of fire, so we're just tuck in one like that. We're come out like that. Oops, I can come there. Don't think we'll turn the corner here like that, and then run down up so the thruster is exposed like that there. So that means I don't have to worry about the alien blocks. And we've still got plenty of Oops, I want that. Want that. That in the right place. I'll put you there. Good. I think we'll put one there like that. Turn the corner again here. That means that alien block's going to have to go there. Yeah, so we're going to hook out that one. Because I want the texture, actually we can hook out that one, that one, that one. It's going to make life a little bit tricky, but it means I can texture within the cell properly as well. It's going to be a little bit okay, we're just going to use the alien blocks. Haha. Come on, game, you can do it. That comes there. That makes that solid there. We can come back one. I think we'll come back two there. Turn the corner again there. Don't think that's okay. Just take it there. You can then. We're going to go to. I'm kind of going to need to infill this area, although it's not quite so important now because it actually, yeah, because this is the bottom of the ship, so I can carry on with combat steel blocks. Good. You can come out there, and again, we could come all the way to here, which would give us a pretty big platform here, but I like the step effect underneath here because actually, yeah, downside of this is the fact that we need somewhere to mount some oh yeah, we can do that, can't we? Right. I want a mounting position for the actually we could tuck them. We got turrets there. We could got. What I'm thinking is I want a mounting position for the sentry gun. So I'm gonna go there. Fly over. Actually, the easiest way to do this would be take out some of those. So what we're going to do is we're going to just drop in a square block there. And that should put a square block in there. And then we can put these back in. Yeah, because of course putting sentry guns like that on a kind of a sloping surface isn't particularly ideal. In fact, have I got any sentry guns while we're at it? Let me just see. Yeah, we've got 17 sentry guns. So just so that I can remember the why I actually did that. I mean, I could have put a. So just kind of tilt you. That's the right way up. We've got to remember as I'm flying upside down, so. And then we'll just put a sentry gun there. We'll leave that one there, so that would give us 2 sentry guns covering that fire up there. Right. I'm happy. Whoops. And what I want to do is turn this corner. Let's see. Oops. Turn that corner there. I mean, we could widen the ship out a little bit more further back. Oops. And then we'll run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to take off the turrets. these off. Like that. Now we're going to come back 1, 2, and we're going to turn the corner the right way round. It's not. I think that's it, isn't it? Yep. And this time we're going to just do an immediate turn like that. No. Whoops. Ah, I'm twitching. Whoops. Remove you, you and you. Right. Now I want this one to literally come, because we're now getting close to the rear of the ship. Now I'm not that worried about where we go from here. We're going to have to lift these. Kind of my instinct is to replace these with large thrusters. Actually, I think I will. I'll take you out. Take you actually. That's no. We're going to put small thrusters in, but we're going to put. Have I got any Xeno blocks left? Yeah, we got some Xeno blocks. What that we can do is drop in a Xeno block there and there. And then we'll put the medium thrusters back. And what that would mean is that I've effectively lifted these up, and that means that there's now a Xeno block between the thruster. We got fuel tanks there as well, so let me just drop a Xeno block in there. And what that is doing is putting in the blocks, which it puts the Xeno blocks between the thruster. So if the thruster's destroyed, there's some protection there from the perspective of the thingy. Actually, I'm just wondering. Have a thought. Sorry. Right, take you out. Take you out. Right, we can drop in. Got fuel tanks there. Yeah. Just gonna put. I think it twitched again. What have we got here? Large steel block there. Large steel block there. I think we're going to go for an array of so we're going to get basically sneak in another like that array of 4 across here, each separated by so that if one destroys we don't get an echo to the one next to it. So we can just tuck in that there, that there, tuck you in there for the moment, and I'm gonna run you out to about there. So I got a marker so that just to make sure. Again, a little bit obsessed with the symmetry. You can go there. Put you out to there. I think we can step turn here, there. Oops. Finger twitched again. Finger twitching is the indication that I'm starting to develop a little bit of a problem with my metacarpal. We've got a large thruster in here that needs to come out, and here. We can put in a block really deep. Whoops, where am I? Long way away from my ship. Can I step back? This, what we got here, still block large. Okay. We need to come back. Block large. We can put the large thrusters back in. We're up to about 8, aren't we? No. You can go there. You can fill that in. Oops, no, don't want the top one to be. You know, take you out. Actually, you can be Xeno, can't you? Because we can come across like that. So that one can be a Xeno block. So you can go in there. You can go 1, 2, 3. Got to slope you back like that. But bring these guys in like that. So we've kind of now got the working base of the ship that gives us loads of space here for weapons platforms, especially at the front here. So what I'm going to do is I've only got 58 combat blocks left, so I'm aware that I'm also running out of time on this video, so what we're going to do is just block in these areas. I mean, obviously it's still, whoops, block in there. Okay, that's 2. Right, we're going to have to go back to steel now. We can just block in. Again, once I get the there's something there. What is, oh yeah, haha, forgot about that. We got the landing gear retractable, which we need there. These can be Xeno still because they're deep. Yeah, I've got all about the landing gear. I think we could probably push the landing gear out a little bit wider, about there. So that's because, I mean, at the end of the day, lose the landing gear, who cares? That's something that can be replaced. And we're just going to, sometimes it's easier to do shorter lengths. I know there's a way that you can hold the key down to kind of fill in kind of rectangular areas. I'll be honest, I always have problems with it, so I tend not to do it. I prefer to just kind of block in on strips. So we've now kind of got the key shape. The back of the ship is still a big mess, but that's going to be a hangar deck. But more importantly, we've now got the depth which we actually need for the there. We've got to put the turrets back. I think what we will do is, let me just see, I just want to mark out 3x3 area. We go 1, 2, 2, like that. That will mark. This is a way that if you want to place turrets and you want to keep the symmetry, if you use the texture tool to mark out an area And then what we can do, where's my turrets? We got these turrets. Just out of curiosity. Where's my other? Right, we've got 3 projectile weapons to put back on. Curiosity. We could put these on because we don't have a lot of ammunition for them. Let me see. This is cannons. Part of me thinks maybe minigun here in the center rather than cannons. I know I've got an inclination towards cannons, but I think maybe this time round, actually I'm going to put it there. I didn't say that I had to put it on the block, and of course we need to put one of them at the front here. This will be a cannon, I think. Oops. And what's going? Oh, that's over the landing. What have we got there? Oh, that's the central landing point, isn't it? Actually, I've just occurred to me. There's nothing that says I can't. We could put a turret there because that. Okay, yeah, we're gonna make an. This is a 30mm cannon, isn't it? Yeah, that's a cannon turret. Right, I'm just gonna make another cannon knockout, another cannon turret, and then we'll have double laser turrets. Don't want a laser turret. That's the projectile turret. And what we can do is put a double turret on the front here. We've got 15mm at the back. And then, well, eventually what I could do is move them up to here once we do the back. So we'll have effectively 2 front guns, a couple of waist guns, and then we'll have some rear guns at the center like that. And then that will give us a little bit more firepower. Is it? It's still going. Okay, while we're at it, there's the extra tool. Let me just see. Plane. Medium coverage. That's a bit bright. Just kind of whack everything here. You could say that this is what I'm doing now is just putting down the base coat. Oops. Well, we can put the stripes back in later on. And the other side should be okay. Yeah, what we're doing is just putting the base coat down, and then I can put everything else in. And let's get here. 8 was it? 9. Sorry. Actually, how am I doing? Trying to put it down in the wrong place. Yeah, I got a bit disorientated there. Sorry about that. And then we'll just put the second 30mm cannon. Just check the CPU. We've still got about 1 million to go, so I'm just going to turn off the symmetry plane so that we can get an overall look at the ship. So that's where we're heading. I think that is working because that's the bottom, that's the top, this is the bottom. We've got a little bit of texturing, needs to be, obviously missed a bit. Oops. to the front like that. You need to just do in the edges. That. And of course we got a few rough bits that need to be sorted out. But that gives us a nice solid kind of a base that we can put weapons on. Obviously the back is a bit of a basket case, we can sort that out. Because we've now got the floor here, which once we can sort out the back of here, we can put the hangar deck in and just build all this in so that it all fits together from above. It's looking good. And of course we can always put, if we got any spaces here, we could always put some more, what we call it, in here. We could put some more solar panels in here to reduce the power consumption. One thing I do need to do is auto group, because we're burning fuel, which I haven't got. So turn that off. So this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. In the next part, we'll go out and about and actually do a few things. Probably need to sort out some of my texturing in this area because it doesn't look particularly that good. But until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.